Yo, uh, with Naruto's and Uchiha went rogue part 5. Um, I I'm pre-recording this because I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Because when I posted my part 4, um, I actually pre-recorded that like 3 days ago. And I just didn't post it. I thought I did, but I just forgot. So I'm gonna post this tomorrow. And tomorrow will be Sunday. Today's Saturday, so I'm pre-recording this because I have to go to church and I have other stuff to do, and like I'm gonna have to go to camp and I can't use my phone in camp, so it's like a week long. So I'm expecting new videos from me, at least until like Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, I'm gonna make this part. I'm gonna try and make it long. If something comes up, then I'll do it. For those of you who want a Naruto Uchiha Senju, I will also be posting that tomorrow. I will be pre-recording that. I also feel like I should tell you the arcs, and like when I'm done with one arc, I'll just do a recap of the arcs. And then I just like, how do I say this? And I tell you the one like we're on. And I would then tell you like uh, the next one. So once I'm done with an arc, which would probably be like one or two videos, I'll tell you the next one we're on for the Naruto Uchiha Senju. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell what videos they were because I don't feel like it, and there might be a bit of a part extending from that, so I don't want to tell you. So for the Naruto TSN2, I will be telling you guys that. So the chapters are at least for right now. The first chapter was leaving home, and the second one was the Land of Lightning arc. When Naruto went to the Land of Lightning and when Naruto left home. Um, you'd think it would be like Naruto Uchiha, but no, it's leaving home. I guess we can do a mini time skip arc for the stuff, and that would be when like the Naruto Uchiha chapter would be. That would be like a mini arc. Because it's like not even a full arc in one video. So yeah, the Naruto Uchiha Senju chapters. I'm gonna have to work on that. So yeah. Enough of my rambling. Let's get into the video. I'm dealing with that too much. Um. So yeah, Naruto had just made it out of the Land of Lightning. Oh, and I forgot to say, uh, the land, the next chapter of this arc is the Land of Whirlpools, if you know what I'm talking about. So Naruto right now is in the Land of Water. Don't ask me how he got there. It's been like a couple weeks since he left the Land of Lightning. So yeah. Many time skip no jutsu. Um, so he's walking around, and some old people are talking about this this land called the Land of Whirlpools, and they said they used to be home to the Uzumaki clan. And Naruto would then stop by this because he didn't know. He would be calling Naruto Uzumaki. He would rather go by Uchiha now, but he would stick with Uzumaki because he doesn't want people knowing he's an Uchiha, at least yet. Um, he thought Uzumaki was just some name because like he didn't he actually didn't know that the Uzumakis were a clan because no one really knows that. I mean, like, how do people not know that? Their symbol is literally on the back of the Leaf jacket and a Naruto's jacket until, like, he becomes Hokage, I think. Is it on Boruto's jacket? I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it's not. Um, so Naruto would get a map, and it's an old map, and you'd see a place called Uchiha, which is the land of whirlpools, or just Uzu, and he'd say he would want to go there, but he would then realize he'd go to the legend of the map. He would then realize that if he water walked, he couldn't get there because, like, even with the amount of chakra he has, he would have to resort to using Kurumas, and even with the whirlpools, he doesn't think he'd make it. Because he would probably go a good distance, more than probably most, but he wouldn't make it. And if he took a boat, the whirlpools would just like consume him and stuff. So Naruto wants to go to his clan's home since wait, the Uchiha massacre didn't happen, but he's not in Konoha right now, so he can't talk to his so he doesn't know much about his Uchiha side. He doesn't even know where he got his Uchiha from, his father or his mother. So yeah, so why not visit his Uzumaki side and try and find out some stuff? Because Naruto doesn't take a DNA test, he doesn't know about that stuff. And I always think, well, if he doesn't know who his parents are, take a DNA test, man. Like, why doesn't he? I just don't know. Maybe DNA tests aren't there. Like, maybe Ancestry.com isn't in the Shinobi world. Like, man. Like, maybe. But, yeah. He tries to figure out how to get there. Um, so he'd be thinking, how do I get there? Hmm. I'm actually thinking about how he's gonna get there. Holy. Uh, he would then think, well, if I take a boat there, and if I take a boat and dang it! Well, if I take a boat and then when the whirlpools come, I use a QB chakra enhanced jump over the whirlpools. Then I'd probably be able to get over. Yeah, you think this is a great plan? So he goes and he sees but he has a Sharingan activated just in case. But he sees chakra and he sees a line and he sees a barrier. I'm kind of referencing this to the New Dawn. It's a Boruto story. If you've ever seen it, because if you haven't seen it, check it out. Storm videos, man. Storm videos. If you haven't seen it, it is because the Uzumaki set up a barrier seal, so only Uzumakis can get in. Because that's where I got it from. So he tries to get in, and he gets in. So he would then think, maybe Uzumaki wasn't just the name that Gigi gave me. By Gigi, he's referring to the third Hokage. So he gets through. He sees the whirlpool, and he says, "Kurama, I'm gonna need your help for this." Kurama says, "Don't worry, kid, I'm with you." And he gets to the whirlpool. He jumps, and he jumps like a good range, man. Like, remember, remember when Naruto was fighting Yugito, he I give you an explanation about Naruto's one-tailed cloak isn't perfected, so most of Kurama's chakra, it goes into a specific part of his body. Not it doesn't equally all flow around. Um, think of it like this. Kurama is using 10%. Uh, Kurama is using about 3% of of his chakra to give Naruto the one-tailed cloak. Um, so when he would think this, you could say if he was focusing on his legs, that'd be it wouldn't do his chest or head. 8% would go to his legs, and 1% would go to each of his arms. More like 7% would 6% would go to his legs. Wait, what am I saying? What? Yeah, let's just say he's using 10% of his chakra. If Kurama used less, it would flow evenly throughout his body. But Naruto has learned to use more and more of Kurama's chakra. So 10% is the most he can handle right now. Imagine 8% would be going to his legs, and the other 2% would go through his body. And there'd be some like how am I gonna say this? Extra you could say a bit of extra chakra that would maintain the cloak. Uh I can't find the word for it. Oh yeah, some excess chakra I think he would use. So yeah, that's what he would do. And he jumps a good far, and he gets past the whirlpools, and he sees an island about 2 miles away. He stops using Kurama's chakra, and he just runs. He sees more whirlpools, so he just uses chakra and runs past them, or like jumps them. And when he gets there, he went through about 1/3 of his reserves. If he didn't have to jump over the whirlpools, and he wasn't a bit fatigued from using Kurama's chakra, he would have only gone through about, uh, let's say, 2/10 of his chakra. But since he had to jump over the whirlpools, he used like 1/3 of his chakra. So he's like a bit exhausted when using like 1/3 of his chakra, because that's a pretty good chunk of chakra. And for Naruto, for that it would be like at 7 Naruto had as much chakra as Kakashi. Now he has as much chakra as an old Hiruzen. And old Hiruzen, not Hiruzen in his prime, because like he ain't called the second god of Shinobi for no reason, man. Huh. Got to do it, man. Shit. Anyways, Naruto gets there, and he goes, and he sees, it's broken down. There's a flashback. Naruto wasn't listening as much as he was, but he was still listening on the conversation between the old people, and they said, it's a shame why it was destroyed. Yeah, I can't believe Kiri actually participated in its destruction. Naruto remembers that, and he kind of doesn't like those. He only knows that Kiri did it, but he knows that the Uzumakis were really strong. So there had to been at least 2 villages. There were 3. But there had to have been at least 2 villages actually fighting it. So, yeah. Uh, and yeah, okay. Okay, so he'd get there and he'd try to find the library. Uh, he would find the library. And there's like preservation shields on it because out of everything, the things they tried to protect the most was the library that held all their techniques. Um, like the bunkers where the civilians hid, and their weaponry because like Uzu metal, there's this thing called Uzu metal, and that's chakra metal, and it's not just any normal chakra metal. It is extremely, it is like really good, high quality chakra metal. So, like, you could put up to like 3 elements in there. You could put like fire, wind, lightning, earth, water, lightning. You could put any elements you want in there. But like they could only go up to 4. They were making 5 for like people like Hiruzen, who had 5 chakra elements. I had honestly no idea how that would look. I'm just thinking like a sword, like a katana with a bunch of stripes on it. Like one's red, one's like I'd say green, one's blue, one's brown, and one's yellow. Like one thing I don't get, I feel like the lightning should be like yellow, or for Boruto like white, because for Kakashi like purple, because like it's yellow. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow lightning jutsu. It should be like a light blue, and like water should be like a dark blue. I feel like that would be good. And like Mokiton would be like dark green, and wind like I think wind is like light green. But like what would ice release be then? No, well, I feel like lightning. Well, yeah. What would ice release be? I think it would be a bit lighter than like lightning. Um, it would be more crystal blue, and like if you're trying to get me like ice release would be like crystal blue, and lightning would be like a light blue. If you get what I'm trying to say. Back to the what if. Naruto would look for the library, and he sees a seal on it. He would use a Sharingan, and Kurama would look through his eyes and say, "Kid, that's a blood seal." Naruto would say, "Okay," so he'd wipe some blood on it, and it would open. He would go in, and he sees a bunch of scrolls. He would make about 20 shadow clones and say, "Spread out and see what you think is the most important stuff, and try to find some Uzumaki clan jutsu." And they say, "Yes, boss." He would then create another shadow clone. No, never mind. He's not that concealed. Let me see. Can't do that yet. Oh. Okay. So he would wait, and once one of his clones dispelled, he would come back. Since he left one clone there at the entrance. 19 of them spread out and looked for stuff. Well, the first went there, so if it dispelled, he wouldn't know. So he would go searching around Uzu and stuff. And Kurama would be telling him some of the stuff because, remember, his last 2 hosts were Uzumakis. So, Mito was in Uzu and Kushina was in Uzu. Even if Kushina was only there for like her childhood, like what, 10 or 11 years? Maybe 12? I think. Yeah. So, Kurama's seen Uzu, and he's telling Naruto some of the stuff. And Kurama, like, never mind. Naruto has his Sharingan on, so he remembers all of this stuff. And the Sharingan isn't like, I've heard of this before. I've seen it. The Sharingan isn't copying jutsu, I don't think. The Sharingan is using a photographic memory, but it's like really quick, I think. I've heard that once. Because the Sharingan isn't copying jutsu. It has a photographic memory, and it gives you stuff information like really quick. Um, but it could just be me being wrong, me being dumb. So, yeah, I wouldn't know because I'm retarded. So, well, yeah. His clone dispelled, and his shadow clone dispelled, and Naruto would go back to the library, and he'd see and he'd see his clones with a bunch of stuff. He'd say he pulled out some sealing scrolls because he's bought some sealing scrolls. It's like he knows like though he knows how to make like a paper bomb and stuff. The paper bomb might not be as good as like most paper bombs. It's actually probably one of the weakest, but he can still make a paper bomb okay. So like he knows how to make a sealing scroll too. I can't hold too many things in it, but yeah. One of his clones found a bunch of high grade sealing scrolls, and he does all the scrolls in there. They would poof away. Naruto would get a bit of a headache from all the information. But you would no 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 no. Okay, all right, fine. Um, okay. Naruto would see everything that they did, and Naruto would get interested by a few things. He would get interested by the Uzumaki's natural high levels of chakra reserves, their Keki Genkai chakra chains, and their unusually high water affinity, and some other stuff. And like so like their high water affinity that can match the second Hokage's, but only some Uzumaki can do that. But their water affinity is not so high, and some other stuff that I'll tell you later. Um, so yeah, Naruto would then go into one of the less broken houses. He'd create shadow clones as guards because even though the place is destroyed, he doesn't know anyone should be there. So he created shadow clones to guard the house. So just for safety. Um, so he would start reading, and the place he went into was actually the second level of the library, which a clone found out, but he didn't bother doing it because he needed blood and the clone didn't have blood because it's not a blood clone. So yeah, Naruto would put his spot on the seal again, and he would go. And he had shadow clones to stand guard and stuff. He'd also have more shadow clones go and explore because he didn't really explore much because the shadow clone would take longer for the information to come to him if he was like halfway across the island. So yeah. Um so his other clones are exploring Uzu. So yeah. He would he would read all the scrolls. He also have shadow clones read the scrolls. Because there was like a lot of them. So yeah, there's something I need to do. Hold on. Okay, I gotta end the video right here. I'm gonna post 2 videos today because I have to do some stuff. Bye.